Hello and welcome. I'm Maria Ressa. This is your 6 p.m. wrap. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte softens his earlier statement calling for an end to the United States military presence in the country. But he immediately wonders out loud if the Philippines actually needs these military partnerships.
I do not mean to cancel or abrogate the military alliances. But tangonan ko kayo, do you really think we need it? If there is a war, makaupakan, do you think we really need America? And do we need China and Russia for that matter? Or do we need somebody?
Duterte earlier vowed to pursue an independent foreign policy. He repeatedly lambasted the U.S. and praised China and Russia. But in his speech Tuesday, Duterte speaks of the arrogance not only of American leaders, but of Chinese and Russian leaders.
Alam mo, bantay sila nito. Itong arrogance ng Amerika, si Xi Jinping pati lalo na si Putin. Huwag kayong talagang huwag tayong magkamali dyan.
Duterte says Putin takes what he wants.
Pag ginusto niya, kunin talaga niya. He wanted Crimea. He just simply went there to occupy it. Ang Amerika, walang nagawa.
He makes the unflattering comment on Xi a week before his visit to Beijing. Duterte hints less dependence on other countries is the better approach because no military alliance would help the Philippines during a world war.
Pag nagbirahan yan lahat at nabitawan niyang ICBMs, pati yung mga Poseidon, lahat na, there will be no more American aid to talk of. There will no more be a country strong enough to rule. Hindi pag magdating yan, wala tayong kailangan. Kung hindi yung pare, kung gusto mo lang ultimo adios. Really think that kung is there such a thing as a third world war? Kalukuha.
Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio says it is vital to send patrols to protect the country's exclusive economic zone in the South China Sea or the West Philippine Sea. Carpio, along with top international lawyers, led Manila's successful case against Beijing's maritime claims.
Yes, because the Constitution says that the state shall protect its EEZ. So the Philippines must protect its EEZ. That's the mandate of the Constitution. So the only way to protect that is to send patrol ships there.
The Philippines and the U.S. used to hold exercises in disputed waters, but President Duterte said he wants these stopped.
Well, there is only one power on earth that can stop the Chinese from encroaching on our EEZ, and that's the U.S.
Carpio says failing to patrol the economic exclusion zone endangers the Malampaya gas field, a vital energy source. He adds the country will also lose billions in pesos worth of fish to poachers. Carpio says if the issue is properly explained to the president, he will understand. The Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption files a drug trafficking complaint against Senator Leila de Lima before the Justice Department Tuesday. The VACC alleges, quote, De Lima and 7 others conspired to perpetuate the illegal drug trade in the New Bilibid prison when de Lima was Justice Secretary. Others accused former Justice Undersecretary Francisco Baraan III, former Bureau of Corrections Chief Franklin Bucayo, de Lima's former security aides and alleged lovers Ronnie Dayan and Jonel Sanchez, de Lima's alleged nephew Jose Adrian Dera, Wilfredo Eli, and high-profile Bilibid inmate J.B. Sebastian. The complaint is based on the testimonies presented at the House probe on the NBP illegal drug trade. Of the 7, Bukayo, Sanchez, and Sebastian testified at the House probe and accused De Lima of facilitating the illegal drug trade inside the prison. De Lima denies all allegations, saying witnesses were pressured to testify against her. De Lima questions the filing of the case against her before the Justice Department, saying the VACC should have filed the case before the Office of the Ombudsman. She adds, justice under Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre is, in her words, fake. Still on De Lima, the embattled senator says she will file a case against President Rodrigo Duterte before the Supreme Court next week. De Lima says she would file a writ of amparo and writ of habeas data against Duterte to test the doctrine of presidential immunity from suit.
Dito kasi sa lawak, saka sa sobrang sama ng ginagawa nila sa akin o ginawa nila sa akin, ito ang pagkakataon na matest natin ang doctrine of presidential immunity from suit. I don't think na yung mga nakaisip ng doktrina na yan ng immunity from suit, I could have ever comprehended a situation like this where there is blatant abuse of power.
President Rodrigo Duterte's statement of contributions and expenditures doesn't list Ilocos Norte Governor Imee Marcos among his contributors. Duterte earlier said Marcos helped fund his presidential bid, with Marcos even borrowing money to fuel his campaign. Under its rules, the Commission on Elections considers incomplete SOCEs as not filed. Failing to file the SOCE bars winning candidates from taking office. But it is unclear how this applies to winning candidates like Duterte, who've already taken his oath of office.
Sino sa inyo nagsuporta sa akin? Si Juan Ortogan. No? Ilan lang? 4, 5, 6. Wala akong barangay captain. Wala akong congressman. Wala akong pera. Si Imee pa ang nagbigay. Sabi niya, inutang daw niya.
Duterte said that he cannot really disassociate himself from the Marcoses because his father, Vicente, was the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos's cabinet member. Facebook launches Workplace, a platform that it hopes will replace intranet, mailbox, and other internal communication tools used by businesses worldwide. The platform allows employees to collaborate real-time. It intends to compete with similar office communication products including Yammer, Chatter, and Slack. Workplace was developed outside Facebook and remains separate from the social network. It's accessible on a computer or phone without a Facebook account, and employees can access the platform using their work email address.
That's your 6 p.m. wrap. I'm Maria Ressa. Join us again tomorrow for the day's top news. Remember, tomorrow begins today.